upkeep. The closing of venereal disease clinics fueled a noticeable increase in VD cases. That's the free market in action, you see. I want you to see it. Cuts in public works construction led to the overflowing of sewers and corroding of bridges. That's socialism not allowed to go into action. Abolishing federal safety regulations on small to medium trucks led to a discernible increase in accidents and fatalities that could kill any one of us riding on the, you don't have to be in the truck. In fact, you're much safer in the truck than when the truck comes careening into your lane. That's the free market in action. Well, I'm winding down. I've been talking too long. I'll be finished in a minute. Okay, just a couple of more points. What we now have also is many government functions being contracted out to private companies, and they cost more. They're less serviceable, and they don't really help. Sometimes it becomes evident, even to the capitalists themselves, that something's wrong. Warren Buffett here's a capitalist with a brain and sort of a heart, at least. Here's what he said. There's a struggle going on, and my side, the wrong side, is winning. Yet he continues being Warren Buffett and buying on the market and doing all this stuff. Where can he help it? Guido Tremonti. Now, Guido Tremonti is a minister of finance in the Silvio Berlusconi government in Italy. Berlusconi, this right-wing fascist playboy, Guido Tremonti, this hack conservative, this is what he says. Salvate il popolo, non le banche. Save the people, not the banks. I mean, you got even this reactionary saying this. Well, I'd like to hear somebody in the Obama administration not only say it, but act on it. Well, socialism in various countries has never been left to develop on its own. Every socialist system, every socialist government, from the Bolshevik Revolution to Angola, Mozambique, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Vietnam, Laos, Yugoslavia, you can go on, Cambodia and on, every single one of them has been destabilized, subverted, attacked, blockaded, invaded, smashed by the United States, distorted by U.S. and its capitalist allies. So we really don't know what socialism might do if it was left alone. The plutocrats must be divested of their immense wealth and power. Democracy is more secure and is more meaningful when it is economic democracy. And economic democracy brings economic security and well-being. Government for the people, not for the plutocrats, in a world that should belong to the many and not to the overweening, rapacious few. And I rest my case. Thank you for being such a kind, attentive audience. So this lei is like this is like a special one, right? The dark leaf. That's like for a warrior, right? I was told that's for a warrior. I like that. That's cool. I'm going to go back and I'm going to wear this in Berkeley, except it won't even be noticed in Berkeley. Everybody wears it. No, I'm only joking. But thank you for this, and I'm finished. Yes, you want to say questions? Yeah.
I also want to invite the students tomorrow at 2 o'clock in Campus Center 301. Michael is willing to speak with students at that time.
Not that I'm unwilling to speak with students now, but it just means it's for the students tomorrow. Yes, questions? I'd like some questions from women, too, not just men. Good. Yes. Stand up, would you please? She was at the WTO demonstration in Seattle 10 years ago. Did anything good ever come out of that? Well, it was a massive demonstration. They actually did not advance any new agreements. You remember? It was that impacting and disruptive. It educated a number of people in the media who were very ignorant about it. They said a bunch of flat earthers. There's some obscure trade commission in Switzerland called the WTO. Reporters, they were ignorant, so people were forced to get educated. What are all these people in the street doing and organizing in that way? And it went on through the night. I know I was still at it for quite some time. Yes, ma'am. So you see, you can't really exactly measure and expect an immediate impact, but these things have some kind of impact. Just think if we had never done that, it wouldn't. The WTO and the whole question of free trade, phony free trade, would not even be an issue, and it is an issue today.
I put in two solar panels at my house, and in order to get them, you have to be permitted by the local government. And they said, well, they'll come within a week, and the man arrived at 10 o'clock the next morning. So then, of course, we have to deal with Helco, our electric company. And I'm still waiting. That was like 2 months ago. And everything that we wanted to do was, now they say, oh, we need you to rewrite the paper. We sent the papers back. So it's been months now, and we're supposed to not use them while this is going on, so that tons of pollutants go out in the air because my solar panels, which are very effective, aren't working.
An individual solution is not it. You need an organized group to raise some questions. Maybe some lawyers who would work at manageable fees or no fees to raise some things about the obstruction. So you alone can't do much, but if others can join with you, yes, sir.
We have an economy that's based on unending growth. All through this 2 years of panic, if it's growing, people are happy. If they're not, they're despondent. How can we get off of this? It's like a Ponzi scheme. How can we get off of this and get to an economy that is based on balance and not growth? And how will socialism work into that?
Well, that's a good question. Everybody heard that, huh? All right, who has the answer? Come on, give me a hand up. Here. Well, socialism is a planned economy. Capitalism, the impulse is to expand, grab markets, and keep expanding, and that really has to stop. We really need a population control plan. That's one. I mean, the neo-Malthusians, they are right. You cannot expand population indefinitely, infinitely in a finite system of resources, and balanced economy would be it, which would mean the Anglican Church has come out. Did you all see that? The Anglican Church. I mean, you don't think of the Anglican Church as a kick-ass at the edge organization, do you really? But they've just come out saying that people should, in their conscience and their commitment to humanity and to God, they should have only enough children for replacement. That is, if you have 5 kids, you're doing more than replacement. You've got 3 extra kids who are. Where's the room for them? That much less is going to have to be parceled and sliced thinner and thinner for everybody. Replacement means just 2. Actually, that's less than replacement because often one child doesn't survive or something. There's only one country in the world that's actually following that policy, and that's China. In China, every Han can have only 1 child. I mean, they've got just so many people. Other ethnic groups, there's about 50 ethnic minority groups, they can have 2 children. Farmers, even if they're Han, can have a second child if the first one is a daughter. Because what these peasants tend to do is